Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going over some random things that have happened to me in 11 years of skating and just the most random stories I can come up with. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming on board. Great to have you here. If you're coming back, great to have you here again. Let's just jump right into it. So, story number one, the time I fell down on my guards, except that it was during competition and I was gonna do my program and the judges totally saw. So I was probably about 10 at this point, and so I did a local competition like I did every year because that's just what we did. We always did local competition because no travel fee. But this one went a little bit differently because, I was still competing pretty low level. It was probably like a free skate level or something. But whenever I went to get on the ice, I just forgot my guards. So down on the ice I went, tried to get up again. Everyone's trying to get my guards off of me. I'm just like, this is just great. I mean, the judges are sitting over on the panel. I'm supposed to skate my program in a minute, and yep, here I am on the ice. Can't seem to get it together, and finally we get my guards off and I skate, and somehow I pull off a first place. But I'm not sure if that was just because they were feeling nice that day. Maybe they were feeling sympathetic. But yeah, I could have sworn in that competition I got a first place somehow after that, and yeah, that was interesting. So on to the next story, and this one's really good, but about the time that my blade came off of my skate. So you know how there's always like a winter holiday show that so a lot of rinks will do. So I was doing a rehearsal for that in a group number setting, and I was going for my split jump, and I was probably about I want to say 11, 12 at this point, and go up to do it. I mean, it's spectacularly mediocre. Come back down, and back onto the ice I go. And then I'm trying to get up, but everyone's like, nope, do not get up. People are freaking out. People are coming over. It's a mess. And then I eventually figure out that, oh, okay, so my blade is now detached from my skate. So what happened was, basically you have a bunch of screws that hold your blade onto your skate, right? Well, all the front ones had rotted out because if your foot sweats a lot and you have water from the ice on the bottom part of the blade, it can kind of just rot it to the point where the screws are basically not going to be held in over time. But jumping seemed to have knocked it loose, and then the back only one screw had stayed in, so that's why the blade was, whenever it was detached, was kind of swinging like this. But yeah, I had to get off the ice. They plugged the holes with some wooden dowels and some glue for the time being, and yeah, I got new skates after that because you don't really trust your skates after they do that to you. I mean, it was messy because it was very close to when I needed to do some other stuff, so it's not always fun to break in new skates right before you have a lot of events coming up, but it's okay. But yeah, on to the next story of stories. So this one's another competition one about the time that I basically did a floor routine, and it actually wasn't that bad in terms of scoring. I mean, surprisingly, but one time I attempted, so I'm just famous for not doing jumps great, especially in a high pressure situation. But yeah, for this particular program, I was supposed to do a double loop combo, double toe, double sow, actually, the works or whatever. But it didn't really go as planned. So one of the double loops I might have done, I'm not really sure. I either did or I under rotated it or I singled out, I forget. one of them I fell right on my butt, and I know one of the toes for sure I fell on. The other one might have been the under table, something in there. And oh, was this the one? I think this was also the one where I tried to do an axle and I fell straight down, but it was something in there. There were at least 3 falls, I'd say, which is pretty dismal, but okay. I mean, it was fine, but yeah, that actually scored, like, not quite. It wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as I expected. But yeah, that happened one time. I mean, another competition story. This was the only time that I ever did regionals, just because, you know, travel, expenses, time of year, if you have school and whatnot. But this shirt's actually from that regionals. I was in the 6th grade. I'm still wearing this shirt, I know, but it was, let's see, 2019's regional, so it was in 2018 because they always do it for the next year because it's in the end of the previous year. So this will be in 2018. So I went to that competition and was totally expecting, I was at the time like trying to get my double sound more consistent because it was pretty consistent, just not in competition. So I was really worried about this one combo jump in the routine, but I managed to get all the jumps done. So the thing I fell on though was a hair cutter spin, which I had never fallen on before, but yeah, I leaned back a little too hard and went right on my butt. And yeah, that was that. I mean, did I do great at that? Regionals? No, I got like 6th place out of 11, which is, yeah, kind of bad, but you know, I tried. It was cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not much in terms of competitiveness. There's a reason y'all don't see me at the Olympics or anything, but yeah, I mean, that was really a weird experience too, because it was the first time that I had skated on a rink where it wasn't entirely enclosed by a barrier. This one had some open parts where I was kind of like scared at the time, like, okay, if I fall on this jump, like, I'm going to literally go out of the rink, and I hope I don't hit anyone. I hope I don't hit anyone on the audience or anything, but yeah, that was interesting. Here's a really good one, but it kind of fizzles out in the middle. But so everyone who skates, at least in my area, we have a coliseum close by where they do hockey games and concerts and stuff. So for the hockey games, a lot of the skaters, especially like the younger ones, will end up doing a performance either from their holiday show performance or just from their competition program for the Coliseum, for that entire venue of people. And they always make us do it after the, like, what's the word, you know, the round, or I should know a hockey term, this is ridiculous, but yeah, I can't think of it right now. But anyways, after that, the ice is always so rough and snowy, it's ridiculous. It's like you can see the snow on it. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's amazing for jumping because it helps you stay up, but for spinning and going forward, it's kind of rough. But that's not the point of this. I mean, it was interesting to skate on that a couple times, but one time in particular was very interesting. I mean, they proposed that they were going to put cars on the ice because they like to drive the cars around to kind of advertise them, right? And that they were going to leave the cars on the ice in the corners. And I was going to do my program like that. So the problem with that, you'd think, well, you can just scale it down, right? No, I mean, if there's a let's jump and that thing gets out of control, whoa. I mean, we were thinking about, okay, if I fall or I lose control at any point in the program, okay, well, now I've hit a car. Well, that's expensive. Also, it's just very stressful, especially when you've been competing a program and you have a lot of events in between to completely reblock at the last second, especially when they tell you like 2 days before, because it's just not doable. I mean, at the last moment we were able to get them to take the cars off the ice, but yeah, it would have been really interesting to see how that panned out just with cars everywhere. I mean, it was supposed to be like 4 cars or something, 3 or 4. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was an experience, I guess. And I think that the last story for tonight is going to be about just something we used to be able to do that we used to be really fun. But if you've ever heard of like a tornado, it's basically where you have two people and one of them holds their hands like this, like what's crossed, and then the other holds them like this. So people are like grabbing each other's hands and they'll kind of go around each other, kind of like in a mohawk like position-ish, like open. They just kind of use their feet to push. And so they go in this circle, right? But back in the day, we used to do this thing with this one guy. He was cool. I mean, he knew all the parents and kids and stuff because I mean his kids skated too, and he skated. So he'd let a kind of like with the younger ones, he'd lift us up by using the speed. So you just kind of fly around like whoo, like that. I remember doing that as a kid. I mean, I gotta see if I can find some old footage of it. But yeah, it was amazing. Loved it. But yeah, I mean, those were just some old stories from back in the day, just stuff that's happened over the last 11 years of a lot of my life, considering I spent a lot of time on the ice. Yeah, it's something. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy this content, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful morning. Have a wonderful week. Sorry, y'all. Have a wonderful week, and see y'all.